Everybody, I think, knows where we're located now, the 12220 West Center Road. If you're not sure where we at, follow the line of cars. There's a line of cars there constantly at our drop box and coming to our office. And like I've told several people, there's nobody happier about our new location other than the neighbors from our old location. So this has been great. And so our website is votedouglascounty.com. It's a great resource. If you have access to it, go to our website. You can find lots of information there. If you don't have access to our website, please call our office at 444-VOTE, and we're happy to help anybody who may not have access to the website. I guess we're up over there. Okay, very good. So up in the upper corner there where it says find your voting information, that's a very valuable piece of information. If you just put a little bit of information in there, your house number and your zip code, and then you click search and then click on your address, you can find your polling place. It has a picture of it and the location. It also has the sample ballot exactly to you, the exact sample ballot that you will be voting on, the races and all of the constitutional amendments and the propositions and all of those types of things. And then right down below there, vote early by mail is a very popular one right now. Register to vote, of course. And then on election night, the election results will obviously be the hot topic there. So, in-person voting is going on at our office right now. We are seeing about 450 people, give or take, a day come through for in-person voting. You can either vote in person at our office, or you can take a ballot home with you and return it, either way. So our office is in the Bel Air Plaza, the northwest corner of 120th and Center there. We are open 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Now, we do have some additional or extended hours as a convenience for voters. And that will be this Friday until 6 p.m. And this Friday is very important. It's the last day to register to vote for this election, and it has to be done this week in our office. So the only option to register to vote for this election now is to come to our office. Last Friday was the deadline to do it anyway, other than that. Then next week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we will be open until 6 p.m. And then on Saturday, October 31st, Halloween, we will be there from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And again, as long as you're in line by the time we close, so either 5 or 6 p.m. or 1 p.m., you will be served. We mark the line. As long as you're in line, you don't have anything to worry about there. I would say on the in-person voting, you know, I was talking to my customer service manager, and I'm up there a little bit, but we do have the plexiglass at the service stations. We do have a greeter at both the entrance and the exit, and they as well have the plexiglass. The voters have been very, very good to us. While we cannot require voters to wear a mask, my customer service, Ruth, said she didn't think there's been a single voter who has not either worn a mask or accepted one that we have there. So we want to thank the voters for that, and we hope that carries over to Election Day, and we're sure that it will. We're confident it will. And we will have masks at the polling place if voters need one, just like we do in our office. You know, again, it goes back, I think, to Nebraska Nice and just how good people are here. We had a lady that came in earlier this week. She had voted last week, and she had a little disagreement with one of our customer service reps. Not terrible, but it was a little bit of a back and forth. But she said she had woke up in the middle of the night and felt horrible about that because we were just doing what we were supposed to, and so she actually came back to apologize.
Wow.
Which was very admirable of her, and we thanked her. So the bottom line is we've got lots of voters, but voters are good. Voters are good to us, and we appreciate that. The line has been out the door at the Election Commission. It looks longer than it is because of social distancing. It's been taken 20, no more than 30 minutes to get through the line. But again, if you're coming, just please bring your patience. We're working as fast as we can. But if you do come, don't leave, don't be intimidated. It's not as long as it looks. So Dropbox. So I think everybody knows these are our new drop boxes. We have 13 of them around the county. We empty them every day with groups of 2 different people, with bipartisan folks. They're emptied every day, 7 days a week, and we are getting a big response on those. Here's a map of where all 13 of our drop boxes are around the county, and this is on our website as well. We also put this in with each and every ballot we mail out. There's a yellow instruction sheet, as well as if you come to our office and take the ballot home with you, we also give you the location of these. We also have 2 drop boxes in our office that are just mini versions of the larger stainless steel ones. They look exactly like them. One's in the breezeway and one's inside, so you can come to our office and drop them off in person in our office during business hours, if you would like to do that. So some early voting statistics. So this is as of yesterday, and these numbers are obviously always moving, increasing, but as of yesterday, we have received 178,543 requests. We have accepted 161,291 of those. The vast majority of the difference there is just duplicity. Voters sending in more than 1 request. And we can only accept 1 request and send you 1 ballot. So again, we have to handle them, we have to touch them. So again, I know we're nearing down to the end, but 1 request is plenty, and we will definitely get you taken care of. We have mailed out almost 161,000 ballots. In person was 4,391 as of yesterday. We have had returned almost 104,000 ballots, as you can see there, which is almost 63% of what we have mailed out. And 78%, it's about 80%, give or take, as it fluctuates, but it's right in the 80% range of all of our ballots that are being returned are coming via one of our 13 drop boxes. So voters are definitely heeding our suggestion to use one of our drop boxes. It's the most direct way between the voter and ourselves. The post office is a great partner of ours, but again, the most direct way is between a drop box and us. I'll be back next week to give you another update, but the post office has recommended not mailing your ballot after next Tuesday, October 27th. So you've got a week to mail that ballot. After that, they recommend bringing it to our office or using one of our drop boxes. One important thing, very important thing, is if you've requested a by-mail ballot, please vote that by-mail ballot. You need to vote that by-mail ballot. It's not really an option to wake up on election morning and say, I all of a sudden, want to go to the polling place. If you do, the poll workers will have noted in their book that you requested an early vote by mail. They will ask you if you requested one and if you've received it. If you say yes, they will ask you if you're able to go and retrieve that ballot, vote that ballot, and return it to a drop box. If you didn't receive your ballot or you're unable to go retrieve your ballot, Then you will be able to vote a provisional ballot. So there is a mechanism in which you can vote, because we never want to deny anybody the right to cast their vote. But then we have 7 business days after the election to process all of those provisional ballots, just to make sure that you didn't vote in more than one fashion. So again, it's very important. If you've requested a by-mail ballot, please vote that by-mail ballot. If there's some reason you can't or you have a problem, please contact our office before Election Day, and we will work with you and see what arrangements we can make to correct that. So our release, and this kind of goes right into this. Our early voting ballot results are reported at 8:45. It's the second results that are reported. So everybody who votes early up through Monday, your voice is going to be heard very early on in the evening. The first results at 8 o'clock will be voting from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Election Day. Then 8:45 is the early voting. 9:45 is the first nighttime results. Then 10:45, 11:45, and then we'll share as needed after that. Now, beginning at 9:45, the ballots are delivered to our office. So there's really no rhyme or reason as to which precincts we count first or last. It's which ones get there first. So it stands to reason the ones closest to our office will most likely get there first. The ones farther out in the county will get there later in the evening and get counted and reported later. But we will have an interactive map on our website beginning at 9:45. So when we begin to release those first results, the precincts that are in the 9:45 result will light up. So I'm not sure what color we'll use. I think we've used yellow in the past. So, if there's like 20 or 25 precincts we counted for 9:45, those will light up on the map so you can see those. And then 10:45 and 11:45, they'll continue to light up and there'll be a different shade of that color so people can see that. A lot of times candidates, campaigns, parties, that's a valuable tool for them, especially if a race is close or something. They probably have studied where they think their voters are going to be from and things of that nature. But it's available to anybody in the public, and it is kind of interesting. If you think about it on election night, you might go look at it. So in Douglas County, we always have some ballots counted after Election Day. And we have notified all of the campaigns and the parties and the candidates numerous times. We'll do it again here in the next week, all the way from the national campaigns that are here on the ground to the local campaigns, as well as the media. I want to stress this is nothing new. We did not change this procedure because of the amount of early votes this time. This always happens. And what happens is ballots that are turned into our drop box on Election Day. So the ones we take out of our drop box at 8 p.m., we check those in on Wednesday, we open them Thursday, and we count them Friday. And again, that's to make sure that we have our double checks in place, that someone didn't go to their polling place and vote, as well as do the early voting ballot. Then the provisional ballots are counted we have 7 business days by law to do those. That actually translates into 10 calendar days this year because there's a weekend in there and Veterans Day is a federal holiday. So while we will be there working on Veterans Day, most likely on the provisionals, we will be closed to the public that day and it's not considered a business day. So the second Friday following election is when we have to have all of the provisional ballots processed, and then we will count those on the Monday following that. So that would be November 16th. Now, that's the latest we would do it. If we get our work done before then, you know, we will move that process up accordingly. But this would be, I guess, the latest that we could do it. In a typical presidential general, we will get somewhere in the neighborhood of 6,000 provisional ballots. So that's why we, if that holds true this time, we will utilize those full 7 business days, those 10 days to do that, because it's an arduous process. The good news for voters is overall we've got about an 83% acceptance rate on provisional ballots. So while the process takes a little bit of time, if you just take your time and you do it and work with the poll workers, there's a really good shot, really good chance that your voice is still going to be heard on a provisional ballot. And if you don't think that those ballots that are counted after Election Day and provisionals count, you can ask our good friend Landslide Mike about that. Right, Mike? 3 votes, that's right. That's right. So important dates. This Friday, October 23rd is 6 p.m. It's the last day to register to vote and the last day to request a ballot be mailed to you. And you have to register to vote now in person in our office. Your request for a ballot to be mailed to you has to be received by our office at 6 p.m., either a drop box, in our email inbox, or in person at our office. Monday, November 2nd, is the last day for in-person voting. That's the Monday before the election. We are not a polling place on Election Day. You cannot vote at our office on Election Day. You can come and get a replacement ballot. You can come and drop your ballot off there, but our office is not a polling place. And then, of course, Election Day, Tuesday, November 3rd, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. polls will be open. We have 203 neighborhood polling places across the county for this election. I'll just mention it again quickly. When the pandemic hit in the spring, we had to have a small consolidation of polling places. We originally started with 222. We've ended up at 203, but it was extremely, extremely important for me. I was not going to consolidate polling places into like the CHI Center or Millard North High Gym or something like that for a couple reasons. One, we didn't want to do it for health reasons, but 2, it's extremely important, I believe, to have neighborhood polling places because there are people in this county who still use public transportation or ride their bike or walk to their polling place, and we absolutely wanted to give them the ability to do that. And, I really believe that's across the county. There's not just one part of the county. I've heard from people all over the county that they walk to their polling place, neighborhood polling place. We were very fortunate. We had over 1,300 volunteers in July and August and part of September. So along with some draftees, we are feeling very good. We have staffed our polling places with most of them with 10 poll workers, just like we would for a normal presidential general, because when we started this process, we didn't know what it was going to be. So again, if you go to your polling place, lines may seem a little longer because of social distancing, but we've got a full slate of poll workers and they should be able to move you through fairly quickly. PPE will be provided for our poll workers, masks, shields if they want them, wipes, hand sanitizer. Voters will be provided masks if they need one, hand sanitizer, as well as a new pin for each voter to work with, and that's also in our office. So we feel comfortable with the PPE and the social distancing we have at our polling places. So other than that, we all love our jobs. I've got a great team, As you can well imagine, we're working 7 days a week, from early in the morning till late at night, but this too shall pass. And we know we do this every 4 years, sometimes in a gubernatorial, but I will say it's a pleasure and honor for all of us to serve the voters, but I am glad we only elect a president once every 4 years. So with that, I'd take any questions that you might have.
For the election commissioner. Commissioner Kavanaugh.
Thank you.
Monday, oh, yes. And I actually had, yeah, my early voting statistics were as of yesterday. I think I had November 19th. So on page 7, it's October 19th. I'm jumping ahead of myself a little bit there.